We are live at the home of Big Mo, better known as Mr. Maurice Wood. He is the organizer of the Alumni Day of Handley High School. This year was awesome. I mean, with deeper than deep. I tell you, the crowd was everywhere. The festivities were just wonderful. I mean, from I'm gonna even go back to Thursday. Got Wednesday. Okay, it was a great event, and then we talking about the homecoming parade tailgate on that Friday was awesome, and Saturday, I mean, it kind of topped the cake. Top cake. Yes. Before we get completely started, we're gonna kind of give him the opportunity to introduce himself, and then we're gonna come back and talk more about the alumni of 2023.
Hello, everybody. My government name is Maurice Woods, but everybody know me by Big Mo. So, like Mr. Mack said, I'm a Handley alumni. I graduated in 2006. I left for a couple years and went to Alabama State down in Montgomery. Then I returned home, and so I just been here since then.
So tell us how the alumni get started.
It started with the first tailgate, which started with Jeremy Patterson and Beyonce, and then I just got an idea to make it a little bit better than what he was doing, and then of course the Fed had theirs, so all our alumni was going to their school. So I decided just to get with a couple of more people that I know that pretty good with other people, and so we decided to have our own, and it went from there.
Okay, great. So in the planning stage, who all are part of your planning stage? I know it's a lot of work for one person to do this.
We get together. It's me, Doug, Shay, Malcolm, and Justin. We all get together and we get ideas, and everybody give us an idea of what they might want us to do. So we give everybody an input, chance to give an input, every thought, every idea of a different kind of event or a different kind of thing that they might want to do. We'll give them, we'll take heed to everything that everybody says. So it's not like we're just picking to go one route with what we go. We pretty much try to give everybody what they're asking for.
So this year was, as I've stated, was off the chain.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it was great. I loved it. I loved, like I said, from the time it started, the homecoming parade, the tailgating, and all of that. So tell me, and also the car show.
Yeah, the car show.
Let's talk about the car show a little bit.
The car show was idea brought up by Shay. I think it was about Wednesday or Thursday when she was ordering the other trophies for the class participation. We just tried to get more things going on than just sitting around. Try to get people more involved, and so she come up with the idea to try to pull a car show out. And so immediately after she said it, and we got it organized and got the classes that it was gonna break down in, we didn't want to open the class up of the show too big, because with the cars you could go with so many different ways, but we didn't know exactly how it was gonna turn out. And so I said we'll do a small class this year, and then the result this year we'll go from there for next year. So we called around, and I called some guys, and she called some guys. I think her mama got in touch with some people, and then all our followers and supporters of the alumni event, I reached out to a couple of people that I knew that knew somebody. So it basically boiled down to me knowing somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Good.
And so once you get out there, and like I travel up, and I go to Atlanta, down to Columbus, and a few times in LaGrange. And so once you get out there and you go to networking, and you put your name out there, so some people they remember you from such and such, but most people remember you by the vehicle that you drive. And everybody know my Tahoe. So and I'm well known over here and in LaGrange, because I worked over in LaGrange for quite some time over there. So everybody remember me over there. So once you get to networking, it gets quite, it get it get pretty good sometimes. Then, like I said, I reached out to a couple of guys that I knew that was on IG, and we kind of spread the word good, and it went better than I had planned on it to go.
Great. So tell me some of the people that brought the cars. Where they from? It's the phone. Where they brought the cars from? Where they from?
The black car that everybody was going crazy over, it come out of LaGrange. It was three more cars that come out of LaGrange. The 55 Bel Air, the white and yellow one drop top, the white and green 55 Bel Air, and the 72 Chevelle. All those come out of LaGrange. And then when the box Chevys and the Monte Carlos, those come out of Anniston and Talladega, because we know we got peoples up that way too that kind of heavy in the car game as well. So, I reached out to a couple of those guys, and so the next time that we have something, we'll probably see more of them and some more of their cars and their people's cars, because they put the money in the cars and they like to show them off. They're not the one to leave them in the yard or anything like that. They want you to see them.
Mm-hmm.
So we reach out to them. So next time it'll probably be even bigger the next time, because that's up they leave right now.
So let's talk about your vendors that you had. You had a lot of vendors, I noticed. There's some good food, cause
good food.
I heard folks talking about the good food, and
yes, sir.
and they was tagging them on their Facebook page and sharing that. So
yes, sir.
How you make contact with your vendors?
The same way we did with the car show. We had a little help from our alumni that attends the event. They reached out to a couple vendors that they knew. We had a couple guys come out of LaGrange. A couple more that I didn't know where they were from, but most likely the people that attend the event, they try to help us out in any way that they can. Like I said, we can't all do it by ourselves. So without our support from our followers and people that attend Alumni Day, we probably couldn't get reached to so many people like we do. But we thank y'all for that too, because all the calls, messages, inputs, anything, all that helps, with the success of the event. And so, like I said, I know I reached out to some of my followers because I knew they knew people, that was, willing to travel and, come have a good time with us,
And what I liked about a Big Mo is that everything went off well.
Yeah, it went off well.
There was no I call hiccups, no fighting, none of that. It was just good, clean fun.
Good, clean fun.
And everybody enjoyed. And I know it's a lot of work in putting this stuff together, but it turned out wonderful.
Yeah, wonderful.
I mean, as before we closed down on Saturday night, I kind of took a picture of the scene. It was wonderful.
We got your picture on the Alumni Day page. It was a pretty good picture.
Yes, I said this crowd is amazing.
Yes,
and Ronald, it brought a lot of folks to Ronald.
And I think a lot of the success come from actually having the event on the actual weekend, because due to the weather in the last couple of years, we had to go to the following week. But this was one of the years that we actually got to sit down and plan it out, and the weather went according to with us, and so it was just a wonderful turnout. And I appreciate everybody that came out and stopped in, showed by. I really appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. The whole team, we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
I'm gonna throw something out to you, Big Mo. The crowd was so big, and it was huge, and everybody was just together.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody trying to be separate. We're together, and I like it because you had the black, the whites were there,
the whites, yeah.
all races were there. I loved it there.
That's what we really asking for. I mean, we had to get somewhere where we could get enough people,
That's
but
right.
Everybody's welcome, not just only us, but we welcome everybody. And I think now that we got that small amount, it should have a more turnout with them. So it's really just according to everybody just reaching out to each other. And that's all we want to do. We're just giving everybody something to do really that weekend they come home, because everybody's home, but it's really nothing to do around. So we just kind of planned it out, where we could have something to do First we started with maybe just that Saturday, then we went to Friday, then this year we went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, you know, it just get bigger and bigger, but it helps when, you know, everybody reaches out. So, you know, not just us, but our followers and our supporters. That's our number one help. You know, we can't do anything without them.
That's right.
Without y'all. So if y'all don't, you know, y'all don't spread the word or anything like that, we don't think we'll have a good turnout like we do. But, you know, everybody, like I said, everybody, they came, you know, they enjoyed themselves, you know. Now, I really appreciate it.
Great. And I know that y'all had some guests there. 2 guys. Let's talk about the guys y'all had.
Sylvester and I think his name is A Romeo or something on Facebook or something. So they kind of go around, I guess, to the local alumni days, and you know they attend, and then you know A Romeo will give you a little review and stuff. Now from what he posted after that, he had a pretty good time. He said I kind of put him on the spot when I had him judging the jerseys, but you know, sometimes, you know, some people you might throw that favoritism in them. So it always helps when you got a little guest, you know, and I let them pick it, you know, let him have his way a little bit. But they both enjoyed themselves, you know, and you know they'll probably, the way they're talking, they'll probably be back, you know, soon. So
have you ever thought about something with that magnitude of crowd on a Sunday morning, a church service to coincide with? Have you ever thought about that?
I did, but I don't really know how it would turn out, because you know everybody turning in late that night, and then you know trying to come back in early that Sunday. So, but we never know. We never know. But it wouldn't be nothing that we wouldn't just throw out the bag. But you know it definitely be in the bottle. You know, to kind of think about it in consideration or something.
Okay, good. So anything else you want to say before we close out? I'm not gonna keep you all night. I want to kind of
you good.
Talk with you a little bit.
Just like I said earlier, you know, I just appreciate everybody that has the input, anybody that shared and you know reached out to us with a thought, opinions on anything, and most definitely anybody that stepped up and made a phone call or sent a text message, shared, like I said, shared anything. Every little bit helps with our fee, and so you know, next year we're gonna try to get a little donation from each class, because you know with the timing and the inflation, it gets hard for 5 people to play in everything, and so we're gonna try to get somebody up here and give Doug a break, because Doug really he has his food truck and he plays the music. So, you know, we're going to try to get somebody up here and let him actually get to enjoy an event or something like that, you know. So we're going to try to get that done, but it's going to require, you know, everybody got some idea. Like I had seen someone, they want the bull, or they want more activity for the kids. All that that's gonna kick in effect with your donations. You know, we're gonna start at maybe $75 to $100, but that's gonna be, you know, kind of on the small side. But any donation whatsoever could help, and you know, I'm gonna try to organize some maybe bake sales or car washes to also to contribute to it, because every penny is needed, you know, especially when we have kids, family, houses, you know, outside bills, anything that you can contribute past your class fee, that really would help. And so I'm just asking, you know, if y'all could just, when we get everything established and set up, just, you know, kind of work with us and, you know, help us out the best way you can.
And that's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Because that will expand it.
Yeah.
Because it takes money.
Yeah, it takes money
to do anything worthwhile.
Yeah. And so, you know, a lot of times we don't have to ditch out too much, but you know, when we go extra in and they want extra stuff, like we did with the trophies, and you know, the trophies and all that stuff, you know, getting the bouncy houses, like with Justin with the potty houses, we had 4 potty houses this year instead of 2. So the bigger the event, the more potty houses we're gonna cost. So we're gonna have to have more money for that. So it just kind of helps out when you got a helping hand, and you know, like they said, we like the kind that jingle, but we really can't have the kind that folk, you know.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
And I believe that everybody would be a
Yeah.
part of this and want to kind of give and
Yeah.
kind of make things better. Cause like we said, it take money
It take money.
to do things. We want the enjoyment,
Yeah.
but sometimes we don't want to pay. But I believe that in this celebration, this alumni celebration, they were all of them will kind
Yeah.
of give
Yeah, they should.
toward this. And
Because I think it's something that they want to see continue to go on, and that's one of the reasons we kind of we kind of got to a point where we didn't want to end it kind of like we did, but it was a lot of commotion going on and we was confusion, and so I kind of I got with him and I told Doug just kind of just ease it down and let them just go their separate ways, because we just didn't know what was going on and we didn't want to take that risk of not having it again. And so that's just the same thing as cleaning the field. When we ask clean your area, just pick up as much trash as you can. That way when we come through in the morning, we can make a quick sweep to get set up for the next event if we're going to do it all in that same area. So anything like that, picking up trash, bagging your trash and all that all that comes, it all helps out.
have you ever thought about with the crowd that you have, insert some kind of way, even though it take money to do this too, having parking attendants?
Yeah, well, that's all, and then see, that's another thing. In the field that we have enough room for the parking. I think we're gonna go back towards toward the wooded area next year, so that way we can open up towards having more people park in the field instead of on the road and stuff. Cause I think a lot of people just fall in line with the parking, so they see it, they come up and they see a guy park side the road. Yeah. I'm just gonna park side the road too. Cause I mean, we got a unused half of the field that we don't even really use it. Like on Sunday where we had the cars and the trucks at, that half of the field is not even used. So we're gonna try to get we're gonna work with the police department and see if we can get some guys up there, if we have to pay them out the pocket, that's going to require your notice too, So we're going to get them to try to kind of help with the flow of traffic and just show people exactly where to park, to keep them out of the road and just kind of keep, too much attention off of it that we don't want, unnecessary attention anyway. So it just, like I said, it all just takes time. I mean, we're still learning as we go. We learn every year. We learn something different every year. Like the attendance that we had this year, we really learned how how we're gonna have the parking, and we're gonna have to block off certain stuff, and just kind of like open up the field, because when we were the previous years it was only such a small crowd, we didn't need the whole field. But as it grows on, we're thinking, we got to do something, especially with the parking. And we appreciate the Plant Landers Park over there, and the shop across the street. We appreciate anybody that let us park and not really just have any kind of confrontation with it. But we appreciate any little bit of help. We appreciate.
Do you think with the lineup with the tents, everybody got tents, the lineup, would that be in a certain location still just, I might want to be over here?
Yeah, that would help a lot too. But like I said, when this year right here, we had more tents set up on Friday than we did Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And so it kind of just kind of fell in place where some people want to get the best seat, but I try not to get too much thought in. I just kind of let them, linger back. Just as long as they down, okay. That's all really matters to me.
Okay. I want to thank you, Mr. Wood, for giving me the opportunity.
And before we close out, especially give a shout out to Warren.
Okay.
He kind of, I don't think he really just opened up on Thursday, but I kind of contacted with him and Keisha, and they opened the doors for us on Thursday to have a good turnout. We didn't have to, I don't think we had to give him anything, and then he just opened us in for our alumni weekend. So we really appreciate that, for the kickoff for the weekend. So we appreciate that.
All about everybody working together.
Everybody working together.
Yeah, that's great.
That's all it is.
All right then. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to do this interview. It's my first interview with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know you. We tried to do it Sunday, but once they started coming in, and so I had to get them right. Had to direct them in how we wanted them, because we got enough room in that backfield to get everybody lined up. Now I had wanted to get a big picture with everybody once they got in, but the sun caught me before I could do anything. You know, I was helping with the judging and stuff like that, so I really didn't get a chance to get a picture. But it was a wonderful weekend. I can't say that, and I enjoyed each and everybody.
And
really did.
you was busy. You was
Yeah,
busy.
I was
You was
busy,
busy.
son.
Son.
I really was. more time, than I had to, and so I really appreciate everybody though.
All right. Well, thank you again. So we're gonna close this interview. Brought by Bell's Video and Audio Service Podcast. Mac Bell, owner.